Whew, it's getting hot in here. Alright folks, today we are going to look at how this guy will teach us how to get rich in 3 steps.
Where should I keep my money?
Well, you'll never get rich in your 20s without these 3 accounts. First is a current account.
Where should I keep my money?
Well, you'll never get rich in your 20s without these 3 accounts.
3 accounts.
First is a current account. This is where your paycheck goes. Just make sure it has 0 fees and easy to use mobile banking. Second is a high interest.
So first account pretty much is your bank account with no fees. So you have a job, money goes in, direct deposit. Easy.
Savings account. This is where you should keep your emergency fund. A savings account. This is where you should keep fees and easy to use mobile banking. Second is a high interest savings account.
All
This
right.
is where you should keep your emergency fund, which should be 4 to 5 months of your living expenses, just in case.
Alright, so emergency fund, guys. If you don't know what it is, it's pretty much a bucket of money that you saved up that you will use in case of emergency. Like let's say if you lost a job, you have some high medical expenses, or your roof got blown away by wind. All right, that's where your emergency fund comes in. Usually people will save, let's say 4 to 6 months of emergency fund. Like for example, my basic expense to pay my mortgage, the insurance, food and all that, the basic stuff, let's say about $5,000 a month. So my emergency fund for 6 months will be $30,000, right? So ideally, I should have $30,000 in emergency fund. And that kind of fund, you don't want to put it in stock market. You don't want to put it in anything that's investment that's volatile. You want to put it in something that's really stable and you guarantee you some kind of return, like the high yield saving account. Okay, like this guy say. He's a wise man. All right, I want to share with you guys the one I use. It's called Moomoo. This saving account has like a 5.1% annual interest. And it takes interest daily. So I'm gonna include a QR code. Check it out, and yeah, you can start put your money there and get 5.1% every single year. It's pretty sweet. Check it out. All right, what's next?
Life takes an unexpected turn. Third, a tax advantage investment account.
Tax
this is where
advantage.
you'll grow your money over time by investing in the stock market. Hopefully become a tax-free millionaire.
Where should I keep my money?
You want to be a tax-free millionaire. I think he's referring to some kind of Roth IRA or Roth 401k. So what Roth is doing is that when you put your money in there, let's say you buy 100 shares of Apple with your money in the Roth account, and then the money grows, you don't pay any money when it grows, and then when you take the money out when you retire, you do not pay any tax at all. That's the Roth route. There's also a traditional route where you put the pre-tax money into it first, and then when you take it out, you get taxed with the gain. Okay. Let's see. For personally, I have both traditional and Roth, just because I want to save some tax currently, because I'm kind of in a mid to high tax rate for my current job. So I do want to keep some money in the traditional, so it lowers my tax liability today. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Okay. Cool. Oh, this is a classic. We're talking about one of the most not crazy, but like the most expensive payments you will have in your life. You guess it. It's the car. Check this out.
You'll never get rich if you continue You'll never get rich if you continue making car payments.
That's
Imagine
right.
you bought this car 3 years ago for $1,000 per month. Over 60 months, That would have cost you a grand total of $60,000.
Holy
Fast
mo,
forward
guys.
3 years, and this Tesla's not even worth $20,000. This makes a vehicle the #1 wealth killer.
Vehicles, the #1 wealth killer. And he's talking about Tesla. Coincidentally, that's what I have. Oh man, yep. Bro, this is classic.
This makes a vehicle the #1 wealth killer because it's the most expensive thing you'll buy that goes down in value.
Goes down in value.
Autopilot's quite nice. So if you're going to buy one, make sure it doesn't cost more than half your annual salary and you pay cash.
Okay, so yeah, he hit it right. Autopilot is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. The whole reason I bought the Tesla because the autopilot. Well, I don't use the fully self-driving mode. I use the advanced cruise control, so I don't have to use my feet at all in back-to-back traffic. So that's why I bought this car. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not like spending like crazy on this car for no reason. My previous vehicle, it was a 22-year-old Mazda, so it's really old. I drove that thing until the wheels fall off, literally. Okay, so I mean, I wouldn't have a smooth ride. Guilty. But he also mentioned that you don't want to get a car that's the money you pay. You don't want it to be more than half of your annual salary. So let's say my annual salary is 80K, then I don't want to get a car that's more than 40 grand, right? That is his rule of thumb. I'm listening to you. Yeah. And then he also mentioned pay cash. If you can pay cash, pay cash. That's why a lot of people buy used cars. My previous car is a used car. I think I paid $6,000 for that car. Yeah, $6 grand. Back in 2011. Yeah, and I got it used. So the car was 22-year-old. And I did not have to pay any car payment for 12 years. It's I mean, it has issues, right? I had to go to the mechanics, so often, almost every year for some issue, but I didn't have to pay car payments. This car, the new car I have, I only put like 50% down, and then the car payment was $760 a month for the car payment. I didn't get used to it. So I worked my butt really hard. I found a second job. I used the tax return. Fortunately, I have a tax return this year. So I use a tax return because the EV, they have the federal tax credit. And I bust my ass for, the past 7 months to pay it off. I drive Uber. So I basically have no life, right? I would go 8 hours on Uber every single day, and then 8 hours on my 9-to-5 job every single day. Basically, I have no life. I have no time to spend money whatsoever. This was my life: driving Uber for 7 months, going to work 8 hours a day, and then I also have the musician gig in the weekends sometimes. Yeah. And then the good thing about that, like I said, I don't got no time to spend. Perfect. And I pay off this car. I no more car payments. And I just received the I think it's like the pink slip that you get for owning the car for this Tesla. So yeah, man, it's possible. Possibilities are out there. Okay. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Oh, this is rich.
We were told to go to school, get good grades, get a good education, right? I did that. At one point, I'm sitting at my job. I'm like, man, they lied to me.
They lied to me.
I'm like, this is supposed to be the American dream. working 60, 70-hour work weeks. By the way, my wife is doing the same thing.
God damn.
And, you know, every Sunday night I'm seeing this look on her face because as the sun
Oh,
begins
no.
to set, her face begins to drop.
Holy
Like what?
shit.
Monday's getting closer.
Monday's getting closer, man. I gotta go to work Monday morning.
Oh man, it's the Monday depression. I think that's the sad reality of 99% of people who work 9 to 5. I know we hate it. Not gonna lie, I mean, it's really exciting when I first got that job, but after a while, a job is still a job. But this gentleman here, he's working 60 to 70 hours a week. I'm assuming there's only one job. If you're working hourly with salary, hourly with wage, then you'll be good because you'll be working overtime. But if you're salary and you've been working 60 to 70 hours a week, that is just slavery, man. I'm sorry for you. And your wife is also working that kind of amount of hours. That is just bananas, man. That's sad. But that is also better than not working at all, with no job and being on the street, right? Yeah, kudos to you. Oh, this is a skit about job hopping. Check this out.
Did you get the job? Yeah, I'll be making $50,000.
For you.
That's way more than her. Same, I start tomorrow.
2 years later.
Chad, how's the job going? The company loves me. I've gotten a 3% raise every year so far. Nice. I'm about to put in my 2 weeks notice. Another company offered me 15% more. Guess you got lucky. Figured. She can't hold a job.
She can't hold a job.
Hey, old friend. Still at the same
17
company?
years later.
Yeah, stayed loyal to the company. It's been 20 years now, and they've given me a 3% raise every year. I'm making almost $100,000
six-figure
now.
club.
There's no way she's making anywhere near 6 figures in her dreams. Good for you. I ended up switching jobs every 3 years or so, and each time I got a 15% raise. I'm making $195,000.
Boom!
What? Save this chart. I'm Erica, and I help you get.
What chart is this? Oh, it's okay, 3%. Okay. Okay, so there's something called company loyalty, right? Because some people can work for one company for a long, long time, and they never switch company, and they stay loyal to a company, and then they give you like 3% raise, 5% raise. I don't know. Sometimes they give you more, sometimes they give you less. So average out should be around 3%. And one situation is one person is doing the loyalty route, right? They stay with the company for 20 years. One person would do job hopping for every 2 to 4 years, right? And the one who's doing job hopping will get a significant raise on their salary because she jumps around a lot. Like the example, she jumps around 15% every time she's do a job switch. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Tell me about your experience on the job situation. Have you been with the same company for more than 10 years, or you are kind of like her scenario, which is like just hopping jobs every 2 to 4 years? Let me know what you have in the comments, right? I think I'm in both situations. I do have a part-time job. I work for more than 20 years now. I work there part-time. Yes. And it's the U.S. military. Yes, I'm in the Army Reserve. So I'm with the same organization for the past 21 years. Yeah, there's like this scenario is like we get like a little bit of raise every year or so, but it's not anything significant. I also have the other side of the story that I switch jobs every 2 to 3 years, and it's true. Every time I jump the ship, I get a pretty significant bump until you reach to a point that if you're making that much money, then the bump is not so great anymore. All right. So, hey guys, let me know what you think about the job hopping situation. And don't forget to put your money in the high yield saving account. There you go. All right, guys. Until next time, be safe out there, okay?